Do you see marriage or kids in your future? Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Bolderbon. Welcome back. Today I have a Q&A video for you guys. It has been a long time since I've done a Q&A video. I think it's been a couple of years, so I'm definitely due for one. So I asked you guys on Instagram and in my Facebook group to ask me all the questions that you guys wanted to, and I did get a ton of them. So thank you guys so much for asking. I have put them all on my iPhone here, so all of them are here. I'm going to try and get through as many as I can. I'll probably get through all of them, but there are going to be some short answers since there are so many of them. I also really didn't put them in any particular order, so there'll be some personal questions and work questions just all throughout it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so question number one is, what is your favorite part of owning your own business? So I think that is a little tough because there's absolutely a lot of favorite things that I love about owning my own business, but then there's also some really tough parts about owning your own business. So I'd say that my absolute favorite thing though, hands down especially, are all of my customers. So all of you guys that order from me, I absolutely love every single one of you guys. I see your name, I hear your comments, I read all of your notes and watch all of your videos and see all of your pictures. So I feel like I know all of you guys and I enjoy connecting to each and every one of you guys. I mean, you're like my tribe and my people, and I just love every single one of you guys. I know it feels like that's kind of a cheesy answer, but you know, I think a lot of people would say working from home and creating your own hours, and those for me are actually really tough things about owning your own business. So I definitely don't think that those are my favorite parts about owning your own business. So on to question number two, what is the hardest part? So like I said, creating my own hours is really, really tough. If somebody like a boss tells me I work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., well then I'm just going to do that because I got hired and they already told me those were my hours that I was going to work. Now I feel like I am the toughest boss to work for because I will never quit. I wake up in the morning and I work until I'm in bed asleep. So I definitely need to take time for myself, and that's really, really tough because I absolutely love working, especially when I'm working for myself. So it is really hard to create free time, because free time to me just means drawing or creating or making more stickers. So I feel like that's the hardest part, is really creating time for myself. All right, so question number three, how do you come up with your design? So this is really tricky. I'll try and condense it really quickly. So in the past I drew a lot of my own designs. I also used graphics that I bought licenses for to use for my designs, and I started making stickers exclusively for myself before I started my Etsy store. So they were things that I really wanted to use in my planner, and then I realized that if I was using those things and I needed them, then maybe you guys needed them as well. And that's how I started my Etsy store, was putting out my own designs, things that I needed in my planner, and then I would see if you guys wanted them as well. So that is how I started my Etsy store, just designing for myself. Now I have my boyfriend to help, which you guys have asked a few questions about him, so I will get to those. But he does a lot of drawing for me now, which has been a humongous help. So question number four, this actually goes along with that last question. It says, who draws them and how? So both him and I do a lot of the drawing, but I would say for the most part, he has been doing a lot more of the drawing lately. He does hand draw it, and he also uses the iPad to draw it with an Apple Pencil. A lot of my drawings I'll do on the iPad, or I will design graphically on the computer. I would say that my preferred way is to design on the computer, and his is probably, well, I think he likes both the iPad and drawing just with paper and pen. So that's how we have been doing it. All right, number 5, what Plannercons are you attending or looking forward to? So I actually would have loved to go to all of the Plannercon parties last year and this year, but because I had been moving, I didn't really know if I could actually go to them. I definitely wanted to. I had planned on going to San Diego since my family is in San Diego, but I decided at the last minute that I wouldn't be doing the San Diego trip because I do plan on going out there the following month to visit. So it just didn't fit into my schedule, but I definitely would love to attend all of them. The only one that I do have planned for sure, and I've already signed up for it, so I am going, is Plannercon 2019. So definitely expect to see me there. I cannot wait to see all of you guys and give you guys a big hug. I know it has been, what, 2 years since I've seen a lot of you guys. I did meet many of you guys at the first Plannercon, so I cannot wait to see you guys again. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to go. All right, so number 5, can we see more kitty cameos? Of course, I know I used to do a lot more kitty cameos, so I definitely will put them back into the video. I have been doing it in my planner videos lately because Patty just won't let me shut her out of the room, so I definitely will be letting them in more often. All right, the next question is, are we going to be seeing more products in your shop? And the answer is 100% yes, absolutely. You guys are going to start seeing more and more products in our shop. If you guys haven't seen, we have been coming out with greeting cards, decals, personal size sticker kits, bullet journal kits. We plan on doing a lot more for our brand new binders that we came out with as well. And of course, we have a whole line of other products that we are working on to get out for you guys. So I am so excited to get those out. If you guys have any suggestions on what products you'd really like to see from us, definitely let us know down below because I'd love to hear what you guys are looking forward to seeing in the shop. All right, so the next couple of questions looks like they're kind of all grouped together. So I'm going to go ahead and read them as a group and then I'll try and answer them as a group. So the first one is, where do you live? How is it working with your boyfriend? Are you happy you moved to the East Coast? And do you see marriage or kids in your future? All right, so I live in Plymouth, Massachusetts now. I moved here from Boulder, Colorado. I lived there for over 20-something years. And my boyfriend lived in Plymouth, Massachusetts, so that is why I am here on the East Coast now. I have never lived on the East Coast before, although my dad is born and raised in Massachusetts, so I do have a lot of family here. My niece is also here. I loved living in Colorado, but I didn't have any family out there, although everybody that I worked with was definitely my family. But my actual family, I really thought it was important now that I'm getting older to be closer to family. So I am very happy with my decision to come out to the East Coast. Oh, and of course, do you see marriage or kids in your future? So I don't know. We'll see. You never know with those things. All right, so the next question is, do you miss working outside your home? Absolutely. I totally miss it because I like to say that I'm like an extroverted introvert, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like if I'm forced to go out into these like social environments like work or planner conventions or planner meetups or any of these places where there are going to be a ton of people, don't want to do it. I am like frozen with fear. I don't want to go. So I definitely am very introverted. I like to like keep in my space and stay at home. So if you ask me if I want to do something, I'll probably say, no, I'm just good at staying home. But if you force me to go to the work or to the planner convention or the planner meetup, I love being there. So when I'm there, I become like this social butterfly. So it's very strange. So yes, an extroverted introvert. If you can get me to the party, then I'll party. But for the most part, I will probably like back up into my little introverted shell and stay at home. So I hope that that makes sense to you guys. All right, so the next question is, what are 3 things you can't live without? So besides like air, food, and water, I mean, I think those are the only 3 things I absolutely can't live without. But I'm sure you mean like fun things that I can't live without, or food things that I can't live without, or maybe even planner things that I can't live without. But I will say, when I got flooded in Boulder, Colorado and lost everything that I own, including my car, the 2 things that I grabbed to make sure that I didn't lose them was my phone, for one, and then my computer, number 2. So I definitely think that those were the 2 important things. Had I actually had my cat at the time, she had just passed away a couple of weeks prior, I definitely would have grabbed her as well. So I would say, yeah, those are probably things that I would grab now. So I don't want to lose my phone, my computer, or my cat. So I would grab all 3 of those things. So that is a really interesting question. The next thing is, how do you stay so positive and upbeat? I love that question. I think it is so much harder to be negative and angry and sad than it is to be happy and positive and upbeat. So I think that that is how I do it, because I really feel like if you are positive and happy and upbeat, then it's just going to be so much easier to like wake up in the morning, to spread that kindness out into the world and not be so sad and upset and gloomy, because I really do feel like that is harder to do than to be happy. So if anything that you can take away from this video, definitely emphasize on being positive and staying happy. And if you can fake it till you make it, then do it, because you will eventually start believing it. All right, so the next one is, what do you think are your best qualities and your worst qualities? Oh, that's hard. I feel like it's so hard for everybody to point out their best and worst qualities. I could probably point out all of my worst qualities for you guys. So I'd say the number 1 is, just like I said, staying positive, being happy and upbeat. The worst qualities, I feel like I lack empathy, and I feel like that's been the case for a lot of my life, and a lot of that has to do with being so positive and upbeat, is that I just don't understand the need to be angry and grumpy and whiny, and so I just don't have that patience for it. And I definitely know that it needs to be worked on, because I do want to be able to provide that empathy to people that really need it. There are definitely people that are going through a lot of hurt and pain out there, and I need to be a little bit more understanding. So I think that that is probably one of my worst qualities, and I do need to work on it. All right, the next question is, how's your weight loss going? So I haven't really done a weight loss video, so if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know down below. It has been a little rocky lately. It's definitely a lot better now. I started my weight loss journey last year, probably around June or July. I lost 20 pounds, and then with my move, you know, of course, I stopped working out. I started eating bad again, and I gained 10 more pounds. So I'm at 141 now, so I am definitely losing the weight again. I'm back on a healthy eating pattern and starting to work out daily. If you guys have been seeing my habit tracker, I have been doing daily workouts, just small workouts, just something to get me started in the morning. All right, the next question is, what planner items do you regret using and getting? It also goes along with the next question, which is, what are the top 3 planner items and bottom 3? They also give an example for the Target page flag drama years ago. That is so hilarious. That's definitely one of my regrets, because I got in with the whole Target page flag drama. I went to Target. I stocked up on all of the page flags. Like, this was when I first started planning, and I didn't even know what planner items I wanted or needed for my planner or what my planning style was. And like, I just followed the trend of everybody wants the Target page flags, so I went in and grabbed all the Target page flags that I could find. If you guys saw my my decluttering of my craft room, you guys probably saw all of those page flags right in my drawer, and I decluttered all of them because I don't use any of them, not one of them. So definitely I regret doing that. Along with all of the washi that was at Target. I do have a massive washi collection still, but there was like this really cheap washi that Target's Dollar Spot had, and I grabbed every single one of those as well. So I definitely regret buying them. I mean, did I think that there was going to be a washi shortage? I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I needed all of the page flags and all of the washi. Definitely two of my biggest regrets. All right, and my other regret is laminated dashboards. So before Erin Condren came out with like all of her laminated dashboards, you know, it says like to do or what to eat or things like that, the dry erase and wet erase dashboards. I bought one on Etsy that was overly priced and really bad quality, and I thought, this is the best thing for planners. All I have to do is write on here, take notes, and this is awesome. It's totally not awesome. I hate it. So whenever you like try to get all of the like drawings on there, the words or whatever with your marker, it always leaves smudges. You can never really get it off all the way. And if you put it in your planner, a lot of times it will transfer onto what you are planning. I hate them. I do not like them. If you guys want me to do things that I hate, because I have a lot of them, definitely let me know down below, because there's definitely a whole video on things that I regret. Alright, so the next one is, if you could only choose one planner, the horror, I know, for a year, which would it be? That is really, really tough, especially now since I've been branching out into all planners. I like to say like all the planners. I love all the planners now. It's got to be my Erin Condren for sure. I love it. I have been using this more of like a memory keeper, but I definitely use the monthly pages and the note pages every single day, so I don't think I could give this up. No. I have been using my own planner, and I haven't made any inserts for the monthly or weekly pages yet, but once I do, I might be moving to that. I have been absolutely loving the ring bound planners, which actually brings me to my next question, which is, where do you think the evolution of planning is headed next? So if you guys haven't seen the trends in the planner community, you know, there's like ring bound planners, the Traveler's Notebook, bullet journals, Erin Condren, Happy Planner. I feel like right now everybody is kind of finding their own planner piece and path in the planner community. I feel like there was a huge trend and hit with Erin Condren that came out. I think she really did an amazing job marketing her planner and herself, and now it's kind of evening out. So I feel like people are going back to either the old planners that they used to love or finding new ones and not sticking to one particular brand, because for me, I love all the planners. Like I said, I love ring bound planners, I love the Erin Condren coil planner, I love the Happy Planner, I love my bullet journal, the Traveler's Notebook. I would use all of the planners if I could. So I don't necessarily know if there's going to be a huge boom evolution. Alright, so the last question here is, what are your plans for Bolderbon in the next year? I love that this is the last question. So I definitely have a ton of plans for Bolderbon in the next year. I'm not gonna like spill the beans on everything, but I do want to have my own website up and running so you guys can buy it through my website and not just in my Etsy store. Like I said, I do have a lot of products that I am working on to also have out for you guys within this next year. I would say, of course, I would love to see Bolderbon in stores in the next year. I think that that would be one of my ultimate goals. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing all of my answers to your questions. If you have any other questions, definitely leave them down below. I will try and do these Q&A videos a lot more often, maybe every couple of months or so, to keep you guys updated on what's going on with me and Bolderbon. Definitely go over to my Instagram and subscribe there and join my Facebook group. That's where you guys will find me. If you don't see me on YouTube, I'm always on Instagram and posting on my Facebook group. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!